Libra, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy where I serve and I slay here at the Renaissance Tarot. So today, dear Libra, I'm going to be doing your reading from November 24th to the 30th, and this is a general reading, so it may resonate with you and it may not. In this reading, dear Libra, I'm going to be taking a look at your recent past, present, and future. I'm going to clarify the main challenge and get some final advice for you. Dear tough cookie looking always so good. Want to say thank you to all my Libroskis and all my Libralicious people out there. Thank you so much for being here. Now let's get into your reading and see what's going on for you. And that's really good. So your challenge is the Wheel of Fortune, dear Libra. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Judgment. So your challenge here is the Wheel of Fortune, which is actually one of the most amazing cards here in tarot. It talks about destiny, wealth, change of direction, okay? Fated meeting, fated relationship, fated person, fate. So the Wheel of Fortune here talks about, these changing cycles, right? We are transitioning from like season to season right now. And, there is new moon happening in Scorpio, Mercury retrograde. So a lot of things are like in cycle. There is changes happening. So you could be going through some sort of a major shift in your life as well. We're going to talk about this and we're going to clarify to see why this is your challenge in a moment. In the recent past, dear Libra, you have the 10 of Wands, the Page of Cups, and the 4 of Swords. So in the recent past, I do feel like here that there was a love offer, but somebody here was not ready to accept that love offer. Okay, Page of Cups talks about you or this person making a love offer. We're going to have to clarify. You could have been the one that was making, this offer to this person, and somebody here was overwhelmed with whatever happened. I don't know. I think this person maybe was not ready to accept, or there was a lot going on. This person was burdened, okay, by a lot of things. And I see here a lot of healing happening for many of you. Maybe there was a sense of rejection, which actually facilitated for you to start healing a lot more. Because everything happens for a reason, right? So Libra, in the present moment, you have the 5 of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the Chariot. So in the present moment, I do strongly feel like here that there is a lot of nostalgia. There is a lot of regret over the fact that something here didn't work out in the past. This could be you, could be your person, but with the Chariot here, I feel like that for many of you, you are wanting to move forward. There is a strong sense of direction. There is a strong sense of purpose, looking into the future, anticipating for what's coming up for you. You could be dealing with the Libra, possibly. You could be dealing with the Cancer, was I was really trying to say Cancer. Okay, could be Scorpio, Pisces. I'm also seeing here a Sagittarius with the Temperance. So in the near future, you have the Temperance, the 4 of Cups, and the Hierophant, or could be a Taurus too. In the near future, there is a lot of healing that's happening for you. I'm seeing here you patiently just kind of really going through this tough transformation and this cycle. The Hierophant here talks about commitment, and I think that this has a lot to do with personally, what are you going to commit yourself to and who are you going to commit yourself? At the bottom of the deck, what you don't see coming, you have the Judgment, the King of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy, Scorpio energy, and the Page of Pentacles, and the 7 of Swords. A lot of you have trust issues with this person. Okay, something here ended very painfully between you and them, dear Libra. A painful situation, and for you to want to have a brand new beginning with this person again, you're gonna do a lot of thinking. Okay, and that thinking here is clarified, shown here by the Judgment. You just really doing this internal thinking, analyzing, connecting the dots, and wanting to see if this is something that you would really want to go forward to, because something really beautiful and major is happening in your life. So let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune and see what this is about. Libra, I don't know what part of the world you guys, I know you guys are watching from all over the world, but like it's been pouring down rain out here in Vegas. It's been insane. For 3 days in a row, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Leo. I'm a July 28 Leo. I need my sun. I need my sunshine. Anyways, let's talk about the Wheel of Fortune, which is your challenge, Libra. So the Wheel of Fortune, Libra, is clarified by the Two of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and the Queen of Cups, and the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You know, you have a decision here to make. We say the universe, you know, everything works out in our favor, but I feel like that we always co-create with the universe, and this is the universe's part. Like the universe is saying, Libra, I have something really amazing in store for you, something really beautiful, and if you're willing to respond to the call, then you're gonna, you know, you're gonna meet someone or something is gonna change in your life. And I know that some people may not wanna hear this. I'm not here to tell people what they wanna hear. I'm here to tell the truth for what people really need to hear. And we're gonna see how this situation is gonna unfold with this very specific person on your mind. Now, your challenge here has a lot to do with deciding with the Six of Swords if you really wanna stay and wait for this person or go. Or leave, right? Because you kind of seem to be really going back and forth, dear Libra, with the Two of Pentacles. You know, the waves at the background, these water waves at the background indicate that many of you could be experiencing these emotional roller coasters, and it's just been very challenging for you, right? So constantly going back and forth, and it's just been tumultuous, and you don't want that. You don't want that kind of a dynamic here. So for many of you, the important thing here that I see here happening has a lot to do with you recognizing that the universe might be wanting to emotionally disconnect right now, your higher self, right? Emotionally disconnect. Queen of Swords, Six of Swords. Queen of Cups, Six of Swords. You're someone that you are very passionate in your nature already. You are a peacemaker. You're a natural leader for peace, right? And equality. And you know, she's the only one that has the lead on her cup. So it's time for you, Libra, to really kind of take a step back and say, you know what, I'm just done. I'm finished with constantly going back and forth and waiting and waiting. I need to disconnect, and I need to take my power back, and I need to focus on myself now. And you know, some people may say, I mentioned this a couple of times, but I'm not going to talk about those things anymore because I'm tired of this. I'm tired of people saying, some people, not everyone, oh, this week the reading says this, another week reading says this. You know what? Tarot is multidimensional. Tarot is not for everyone. It's not for the weak for sure, but it's very interdimensional, and people have reported me that they watched the reading I've done 3-4 months ago and everything came true. So we might as well just have an open mind. You know what I mean? I know you are not like that, but somebody made that comment and I had to kind of nip them in the butt. Let them know you don't just come into my channel and tell me how to read, what to read, when to read, how often to read. I do what I want. I'm the boss here on my channel, and I started this channel from ground zero with 10 months. We're here. I came this far. I'm going further. And you, my tough cookie, are coming with me. Those who can't be coming with us, they can hop off the wagon. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, in the recent past, the 10 of Wands is clarified by the 7 of Wands. The Star, you were dealing with an Aquarius, some of you too, and the 9 of Pentacles. For a lot of you, I feel like you were dealing with somebody that was very much focused on their own well-being. A little bit of a selfish energy, somebody that was focused on their wellness, on their money, on what's important for them. And it was very challenging for them to really be involved in this situation. 7 of Wands, challenges, right? And even between the two of you, there could have been financial status differences. This person maybe had the money, that's what they wanted to go for. And you wanted a genuine, loving relationship. This is what you wanted with the Star. You had the hope and the wish that it was going to work out. Okay, so let's clarify the Page of Cups. And I think that in the recent past, many of you made an offer to this person, and for a lot of you were very dreamy. You are someone, Libra, that you are very, very romantic. You know, my Mars is in Libra, and I know a lot of Libra people. So you're very romantic, and for a lot of you, very dreamy, fantasizing, and wanting to offer genuine love offer to this person. So the Page of Cups is clarified by the 10 of Swords, the Tower, and the 3 of Swords. Okay, so here's the thing. That's why I'm saying I love tarot, because the cards never lie. A lot of you offered your love to this person, and this person did not accept that. There was a rejection. And eventually what ended up happening between you and this person, Libra, was that there was a very painful ending. A lot of you experienced this Tower moment in the recent past. You have been going through some sort of a major metamorphosis and a shift and a change, and this situation ended very painfully, okay? And I'm sending you big hugs. I know it's not easy when you're genuinely making a love offer to somebody and they're not ready to accept it. And in the very beginning of this video, I did say that you went through some sort of a major healing. Did I know that the 3 of Swords was going to come out before that? I didn't. but my intuition is on flick, baby. That's what I'm saying. So, Four of Swords in the recent past, Libra. You went through a major like disconnection. Just don't talk to me. I'm healing. You did a lot of internal work within yourself with the Four of Swords. So it is clarified by the Eight of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, and the Page of Cups. Wow. This relationship and this rejection here with this person, you have the, look at the cards. I know you're very smart. You are very visually, you have a great memory. Page of Cups, when you offer love to this person, right? It's the same one as here. And for many of you, when this person rejected and said, no, I don't know, or maybe they ghosted or stopped talking to you, you know, instead of you trying to go out there and try to meet other people, maybe you met someone else, some of you, maybe. But for the most part, I think your healing journey here had a lot to do. This is your internal state, this. Healing, abandonment wounds, rejection wounds. And you know, on my channel, we don't talk about some superficial stuff. We go very deep, okay? So if you had experienced any kind of abandonment wounds from your father, mother, previous relationships, and people were constantly ghosting you and on and off, that leaves a mark. That creates a dysregulated nervous system for someone, and it becomes very challenging, you know, to really trust again. But I think that what you did in the past, or you're going to, you know, you started healing yourself. You started working on yourself, investing in, you know, in yourself and your understanding relationship. And for a lot of you, I'm gonna say this, you started working on the fact on what it means to have, what are the attachment styles. Maybe some of you read a book recently that talks about different attachment styles, like, you know, anxious attachment, safe, avoidant, right? And you were able to identify this person's behaviors. Like, why was this person avoiding? Because, you know, at the end of the day, Libra, let me tell you something. Somebody who is cognitive, somebody who has them cognitive skills and is honest and is mature can be like, you know what, here's the thing. Dude, bro, sis, look, I'm not interested in this, or I don't think this is going anywhere, and I have to take a step back and I'm focusing on something else, right? Or, you know, a mature person, cognitive person will word it differently. But why would you worry about somebody who really does not have the capacity to express what they really want out of a relationship? If somebody can't tell you what they want out of a relationship, they don't even know what they want out of their life in general. Because this boils down, I'm going to get into your reading. Hold on. I like to give those important pep talks, and I know that you like them. Because it's those simple things, Libra, that people need to be able to master and to understand when they enter into relationships. Ghosting someone, you know, causing them a heartbreak, or whatever way this situation ended, right? Boundaries. That's why I told you throughout this entire year, Libra, 2025, stop people pleasing. Stop people pleasing. And dear crosswatcher, if you're watching this for Libra and you haven't done this to Libra, please don't take it personal. Just don't, okay? So it's just basic skills, you know what I'm saying? Like the communication things. Now, somebody is upset, okay? With the Five of Cups, there is a lot of upset energy, frustration, sadness going on, and there is a Six of Pentacles. Because there is a realization that you were almost kind of at the point of maybe like even begging to this person for love or connection, and they're realizing that. There is a lot of loneliness that surrounds this person. Clarified by the Four of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the Strength at the bottom of the deck. This person could be a Leo, okay? Doesn't have to be. Could be a Virgo. I'm getting here Sagittarius. So in the recent past, I feel like this person, okay, so in the present moment, excuse me, there is something that is being eliminated in this person's mind, in this person's life, right? You have the Hermit holding the lantern onto the Four of Pentacles. So this talks about the very fact that someone here is having an epiphany of their abandonment and avoidant issues. I'm seeing here strong avoidant issues, right? Four of Pentacles holding back, avoidant issues. And it's like, you know, people like that, sometimes they come back and they kind of give you a little bit of like breadcrumbs, right? Just to test the waters to see if you're still going to take them. And then once they see you get hooked, and then they hold back. You got to be very careful. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat nothing. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean I'm a Leo. I have to speak highly, like, you know what I'm saying? Because there is always an evolved and an unevolved version of each sign. That's why I always say no sign bashing. No sign bashing under my videos or in my lives whenever I go, you know, because people have different backgrounds. It's not just the sign, you know. So in the present moment with the Queen of Cups, I see here you really healing yourself. You're in this energy of King of Cups, Queen of Cups, doesn't matter. A lot of emotional stability. You're kind of stabilizing yourself before you're going to move forward. The Chariot here is talking about maybe some of you are like buying a vehicle, relocating, looking into the future. So the Queen of Cups is clarified by the Five of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Cups, and the Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You also realize that you might have dealt with someone that maybe was younger than you, okay, with the Page of Wands, and that also speaks about their maturity levels as well. In a way, it doesn't have to be. Age doesn't always define like wisdom. A lot of you are healing from these constant thinking and overthinking and abandonment wounds. Five of Pentacles here talks about this abandonment that you feel like that has come to the surface, and that's something that maybe has stemmed from your family or from your background, and you're finding happiness. You're finally finding this stability. You're accomplishing things. You're becoming more stabilized, and you're saying, you know what, I would rather just be by myself than just be with somebody that's constantly being in and out of my life. Okay, and you're starting to enjoy your life. So there might be even travel plans coming up for you as well with the Chariot moving forward. So the Chariot is clarified by the Chariot, the Devil, and the Four of Wands. Oh my gosh, this is insane. Wow, the cards. Okay, so whatever was holding you back, it's no longer gonna hold you back. No matter what, you've done the work. You know what I'm saying? This could be even your monthly reading. It's a weekly reading, but I feel like this energy is gonna stretch out even more. So the Devil here is talking about, there used to be things that almost like as if this energy or this person or this situation, Libra, like it had a hold of you. It grabbed you and had a hold of you. No longer. It no longer does. You have the Chariot here, twice. You're ready to take off. You're ready to move on. And the concept and the understanding of family here with the Four of Wands, that talks about what you really truly want to have. When it comes to family, what kind of a family setting you want to have. And you have the Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck and the Page of Wands and the Four of Swords. So a lot of you are possibly choosing to disconnect and walk away from this situation because it's just no longer really serving you, and it's been very draining. Okay, and you're not gonna sit here, Libra, and just play with some peanut gallery conversations and just play with somebody that's just acting very immaturely. And I know that some people maybe don't want to hear this. I'm not here to tell what they want to hear. I'm here to tell what they need to hear so that they can become the best version of themselves and change their lives, right? So for a lot of you with the Chariot, there is definitely this strong sense of moving forward and leaving the toxicity behind. What's toxic? You're being able to identify, Libra, what is it that's toxic and that's got to go out of your life. You know what I mean? And that's great because it's a big change that's showing up in your energy. Now, the Chariot, the Temperance, Four of Cups, Hierophant. For a lot of you, there is definitely a lot of patience that you're developing, and I know you're gonna say how much more patience, Arman, right? So the Temperance here talks about also healing journey, like healing journey, and also making peace, clarified by the Lovers, King of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. I feel like somebody here could be wanting to come towards you. This person could be a brand new person. This is someone that's very passionate. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, possibly a Gemini. Someone is going to make a love offer to you in the near future, possibly. And you're going to have to decide. Look at this. This is why your decision here. You're going to have to really, really be very careful. Are you looking into the past? Are you having this nostalgia? Constantly thinking into the past, or you're ready to take a brand new offer and there is marriage that could be coming in towards your way as well with the Hierophant. So this is going to be your decision, because when you really step into your power and you say, I'm not accepting anything less than what I deserve, and then the universe brings the right circumstances, people and things for you to really encounter something new, because you're basically jumping timelines, right? You're alchemizing, you're transmuting, you're entering into a new timeline. So let's clarify the Four of Cups here for you. There is a decision that's got to be made. Clarified by the Magician, Queen of Swords, and the Five of Swords. I think you're going to have the opportunity to address something with this person, okay, with the Magician, the Queen of Swords, and the Five of Swords. Queen of Swords, King of Swords, that's you. That's a Libra energy, having her hand above the clouds, meaning wanting to clear the air. However, I see you here being like, I'm not saying mad, but like being, I see your energy being so straightforward and so like, I'm not beating up around the bush anymore. And there is a conflict here that has happened between you and this person. And this conflict or unfinished business may resurface again, and you need to be standing on your ground and standing on your business, because I see you here in the near future addressing something, you know, and you could be manifesting for whatever way you're doing to for this person to kind of show up in your reality. But there is a conversation and confrontation, okay, that is going to happen as you look at this with the Queen of Swords and the Five of Swords. Confrontation about, yo, like, you know, you really messed up with this, and we need to have a talk. Just be careful, because someone here might have a hot temper, so you both don't get all like heated up, and you don't get back drawn into this vibration, into this frequency of a fight, an argument. Okay, so let's clarify the Hierophant for you. What is this commitment about? Clarified by the Nine of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. This person wants to have commitment with you, but you gotta, I think a lot of you are gonna shift your focus onto the new person. This person from the past, Six of Cups, a person from the past, okay? Still wanna see if things could work out with you with the Ten of Pentacles. My intuition is telling me that a lot of you are going to be very strict, very straightforward, and you're going to have to like lay the foundation and be like, I'm not accepting anything less than what I deserve. If you really want to commit to me, and if you really want to marry me and want to be with me, you need to do better. Don't be sorry, be better. Don't stay bitter, be better. You know what I mean? So for a lot of you, this has a lot to do with you just recognizing that all of this pain that you have gone through in the past, Libra, all these changes, all these cycles, it wasn't for nothing. You didn't just go through all of this and did the internal work and decided to finally move out of toxicity, and all of a sudden to be faced with this situation where you're being pulled back into the same cycle. That's the big question here. That's the big problem that you need to be aware of. So let's see what is the advice for you, dear Libra. And that's why at the bottom of the deck, what you don't see coming here, you have the Judgment, right? This is talking about decision, realizing something, so being very careful. So let's talk about what is this decision here about. What is the advice? So Libra, your advice here is the King of Swords, the Six of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. Libra, this is one of the most beautiful energies. You know, it really goes hand in hand with your main challenge, which is the Wheel of Fortune. So your biggest piece of advice here, Libra, is the following. When you become very clear with the King of Swords energy, which is you become clear, you're no longer going to tolerate less, you're not going to settle for less, you're entering into a new victorious, very victorious, well-known era of your life. You might be someone that you're also maybe on social media, or you're an influencer, or you're on YouTube, or you're on Instagram, TikTok. You want to have a brand, create brands, sell products. I don't know. You just want to put yourself out there, okay? And just be very well known. And you're very good at what you are doing. So remember that when you make the choice and the decision here, that also brings in of itself a new level of commitment to you with the Ten of Pentacles. Somebody that can actually commit to you and want to be with you. If another person comes back from the past and they want to be with you, you are already on a different level, and you need to be very vigilant and observant on when it comes to allowing people from the past to come back into your life. Just because they come back and just because there is a history between the two of you, I mean, look what you've gone through. You know what I mean? You don't have to take them all back all the way through, right? So this is about setting boundaries, being very clear, because your destiny is changing towards the better, and you want to make sure that people who deserve to be part of the journey are coming back with you. So dear Libra, this is what I had for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.